Yes.
Thank you, Gavin.
Well, thank you. And I know we have legislators here that have votes going on, and there might be some bills that I need, so I might need you to get back there. But I think it's important to pause as we go through the session and really draw attention to pieces of legislation and legislative leaders that have really made a big difference for Arkansas. And I love the announcement that the ladies made up here, the incredible lady legislators that talked about Dream Big for Arkansas, a bold initiative for good people of this state. And this will make a difference, and concentrating on 5 key areas of education, juvenile justice reform, economic development, including broadband services, expanding access to daycare through entrepreneurship, and health care. These are which involves UAMS. And anybody from UAMS here, besides the Chancellor? But not only was this extraordinary leadership by this group, but it was working with my office, working with all the members of the General Assembly, the people in this room, to get bold ideas enacted. And these were not short-term, these are long-term visions that these legislators have had, and they tackled some big issues for our state. I just want to congratulate them. Please give them a round of applause. And so with that, we're going to sign first the juvenile justice reform legislation. And since we have the microphone here, before we go to the table to sign, let me just say this is one of the signature issues that will be remembered decades from now. It will make a difference in the lives of our young people, where we are having validated independent assessments of our youth as to the risk, and to make sure the consequence matches the risk, so that we're not keeping them too long in a facility. It allows us to rededicate our resources for juvenile reform to the local communities. Very significant piece of legislation. This is lead sponsors with Senator Irvin and Representative Fight. And before I go to sign this bill, I want to see if you had anything to say.
Go ahead. Okay. I just want to say, I mean, we worked so hard on this. This has been a 6-year journey for me, working on this piece of legislation and this great policy. So let me just say thank you to all the folks with DYS and DHS and the juvenile judges from all across the state of Arkansas that helped us on this policy, even prosecuting attorneys. But they're all standing over here, advocates for children and families, and Michael Crump with DYS, Betty Gooman, Kisa, Cindy Gillespie, everybody over there at DHS and DYS, all of y'all. This has been a journey, and so I'm just so proud of this. It's going to mean a tremendous amount of difference in the lives of these young people, and that is our aim, is to try to save these lives, to make sure that they're not ending up in incarceration in our prison systems and our corrections facilities, but that they can actually get the help and the services and the support and the love that they need in order to become great citizens for our state. Charlene?
What she said. So many people have worked hours and hours and hours to get this right. And I am so proud to have been a part of this. I believe that truly this will make a difference in the lives of many children and their families in the state of Arkansas. And it is an honor to be a part of all of this. Thank you.
And so if it works, and this is your show, so you can tell me what to do, but if it works, I'll go there and we'll sign the bills one at a time. And the next one will be the NCI designation for the Winthrop P. Rockefeller Institute at the UAMS. And so that, if the lead sponsors of each of these bills want to come back to the microphone and say a few words about that, or you can speak from there, we'll do it that way. But that way everybody, and we'll go through it bill at a time. So let's go up and sign some bills. Outcomes for youth and families, through the transformation of our juvenile justice system. I did want to express my thanks to Betty Goodman, who helped lead this effort from BYS. All right. And so this is now signed into law, and congratulations. Thank you. All right, so the next bill is the pursuit of the National Cancer Institute designation for UAMS, and I have Senator Urban and Representative Gray as the lead sponsors. Representative Gray, I'll let you speak to it.
Well, thank you so much. It was a huge honor to be asked to run this bill along with Senator Irving. It means so much to the state of Arkansas and to UAMS. Be able to essentially apply for more grants, for more funding to do research trials, in order for my constituents and all of our constituents to be able to stay in the state of Arkansas to get the same care they've been having to leave the state for. So it's a huge deal in putting us in the forefront. Just in healthcare in the country. So just thank you for allowing me to run this bill. I don't know where Dr. Patterson went to, but thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. So.
Here, here. All right, so with that, this is Senate Bill 151, and I will now sign this into law. And congratulations. I want you well done. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, and then we have the Child Care Facility Entrepreneurship Bill. Representative Mary Bentley is here, and Senator Bledsoe as well. Representative Bentley?
Yes, just really excited to see some entrepreneurs have an opportunity to meet the needs of so many of our parents out there that need good, great, quality child care out throughout our rural areas. It's really needed. So we have so many rules and regulations. We want to make it easy to make that first step to get through there for some great entrepreneurs to meet the needs of our parents. I'm really excited. I'm hearing great things about this already. We have some great folks across the state already working together to make some things happen. So super work with DHS with us as well. So Tanya Williams and everyone has done a great job.
Senator Bledsoe?
A lot of times we get people ready to work, and when they're ready to work, they say, wait a minute, what about child care? And so this is the answer to that. We're hoping that a lot of people will go out there. We work really hard with the DHS. We appreciate their getting on board with us to make it very easy to find out how do we start a daycare center. And that's part of getting people ready to go to work. Thank you.
I've already signed it, actually. That's a great bill.
Already got it on their website.
And then we have the literacy plan, which I'm very excited about because I believe in the science of reading. We have our RISE initiative, Reading Initiative for Student Excellence, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this fits real well with that. Senator English and Representative Barker, two lead sponsors. So who's going to make comments?
I will. We are so pleased with this. Thank you very much for your support in this effort. It is a long time coming.
And I think we've all known for a very long time, particularly those people who are passionate about dyslexia, and some of our other literacy problems that we've had here in the state for a good while. The reading is measurably helping all of our students. But this, I think, is going to be a game changer for the rest of our students as they move into adulthood. And hopefully some of our adults who don't know how to read will be able to take advantage of some of this science of reading so they also have potential for a future.
As a legislator and an educator, I'm doubly excited about this. And in a different manner than, but similar to the juvenile justice reform, this bill too will have long-term positive effects, not only for our young readers, but in the professional development piece for our educators and our schools as well. And we appreciate all that the department is doing in this area, not just with this bill, but preceding this.
Commissioner Key, I saw you lurking back here.
Lurking?
What do you say?
I'd say, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If there's one thing we have to get right in education, it's teaching kids to read. It's simply the foundation for any future success, and this bill helps us take another step for making that happen for all of our kids.
All right, with all that agreement, I'm signing the bill. Great work on this. Very thrilled with this. Thank you. And then another priority of mine, which they provided the leadership on, which is a bill that expands the opportunity for broadband across Arkansas. And this is a very good bill, but I'll let the lead sponsor, Senator Breanne Davis, who's here, and Representative Vaught, talk about it. So, Senator, you want to start?
Yes, under the leadership of Governor Hutchinson, Arkansas leads the nation in access to broadband in our public schools throughout the state of Arkansas. Knowing that, almost half of Arkansans, there's no excuse for them not having access to broadband as defined by the FCC. And now with our bill, and with the help of all of our ladies and all the members in the legislature, the wait is over for Arkansans across the state of Arkansas. They can now have broadband access, and we are very excited about that. So thank you all for your support.
My whole thing is, if we don't have broadband in our homes, our children can't do their homework, they can't learn, they can't get the same exact education as other kids that live in urban areas. And this will help ensure that our children in rural Arkansas can get the same broadband that children in urban areas have. And that's going to be a game changer for our children and their learning.
I've got a question. Did anybody vote against any of these bills?
No.
With that, if you all would speak as passionately about some of my bills. I'm just joking. That really shows the strong support. What a great thrill. All 5 bills signed into law, great leadership, bold initiatives for our state.